Three students are discussing impressions of university life compared to expectations at university.
Honestly, I thought uni would be a bit more like those movies, like less studying, more just like having fun. The amount of work for my science and tech classes has been way harder than I thought, especially with all the lab reports and homework due every week. It's definitely a big change from high school.
I totally get that, Lily. The studies here really surprised me too, especially trying to manage lectures and all the reading. But on the other hand, I've found the social life to be way better than I expected. I've joined a couple of clubs and met so many different people. It's a really great community, much more welcoming than I thought it would be.
Yeah, the social side has been a nice surprise for me too, but I actually thought I'd have more freedom to choose my classes and learn at my own speed. It feels like there are still so many required classes and set schedules, which kind of limits that independent way of studying I was hoping for. I thought I'd be able to guide myself more.
That's a good point, Jessica. I mean, sure, we have more flexibility than high school, but it's not quite the make your own degree dream I imagined. Plus, I find it hard to get enough sleep because there's always something due or some event I feel like I should be at. It's like I'm always trying to balance everything.
I actually think there's a lot of freedom, even with the main classes. You get to choose how you manage your time and what study methods work best for you, which is a huge step up from being told what to do all the time. For me, that independence in daily life, like cooking for myself and budgeting, has been the biggest thing I've learned and something I really enjoy.
I agree with the daily life independence. That's definitely true. But when it comes to studying, I just feel like I'm still following a set path, instead of just exploring what I'm interested in naturally. I guess I had this dream of really getting into unique subjects, but the basic classes feel a bit too much like high school extensions sometimes.
Right? It's like the difference between what they tell you about uni and what it's actually like every day is bigger than I thought. I imagined having endless deep talks in coffee shops, not late nights in the library with instant noodles. Still, I wouldn't change the experience. It's just very different. Yeah, it's definitely not a nonstop party, but the challenge of the schoolwork is actually pretty rewarding when you do well on a tough assignment. And while the social life isn't always like a sitcom, the real connections you make here feel a lot more real and supportive. I've found a good balance eventually.
I think that's it. It's about adjusting what you expect and finding your own flow. It's less about the big, sudden changes I thought would happen, and more about growing as a person in small ways and learning to handle more responsibility. I'm definitely learning a lot, just not always what I expected. In this discussion, three students shared their thoughts about university life compared to what they expected. The first student said she thought university would be more fun and relaxed, like in movies. But in reality, her science and technology subjects are much harder, with lots of lab reports and homework every week. The second student agreed that studies are challenging, but she was happy to find a strong and welcoming social life. She joined clubs, met many new people, and felt part of a great community. The third student said she expected more freedom in choosing what to study. But she was surprised that there are still many fixed subjects and schedules, which feels a bit like school. They also talked about managing time, sleep, and events. One student said it's hard to balance everything, while another enjoyed the freedom of daily life, like cooking and budgeting. In the end, All three students agreed that university life is very different from what they imagined. It's not always easy, but they are learning important life skills. Overall, the discussion showed that university is not just about fun or studies, but also about growing, adjusting expectations, and learning how to handle responsibilities. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe this channel for more videos.